I'm going to share with you a little trick that I have come up with when it comes to trying to keep your mindset elevated. So we all have our good days, we have our bad days. On the days when I have a really good day, I journal. Well, okay, I journal every single night anyway, but I'm talking about I journal specifically on what is my mindset in that moment. Why does today feel different? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? How do I see my environment? And I give, when I'm journaling about it, I give as much detail as I can as possible. Because here's the deal. We're not always at that peak state when you're feeling amazing, when you feel like everything's going right and you have a lot of abundance, you're in perfect health, your mindset is clear, blah, 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 blah. We don't always have those days. When you have your bad days, this is when I refer back to when I was in a good state. And then I remember what it was, the things that I had to remember to be grateful for. I had to remember that the people who are around me. I have to remember how I elevated myself. Because it's interesting how you can still have the same, almost identical circumstances from day to day, but one day you'll feel like you're on top of the world, and then the next day you feel like your life has just come crashing down. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, when I woke up, I was in a great mood. As I'm checking my emails, there was something that I overlooked. And all of a sudden, I started to think to myself, okay, I have to get whatever this is done within a week. And then I thought, holy shit, I still have A, then B, and C, and D to do. How am I going to do this? But what's funny is it's just one more thing that I had to do, and I had plenty of time to do it. But in my mind, I thought, okay, I screwed this up. What were you thinking? How did you overlook that? What else have you overlooked? And blah, 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 blah. I just spiraled. So yesterday for me was actually not a good day. And it was difficult for me to get myself out of that mindset until I referred back to my notes as far as the things that keep me elevated, the things that I would remind myself to be grateful for, and to look at my world as abundant, as healthy, as good, like it always is. And honestly, I'm pretty blessed that I have the life that I have. But sometimes we have those days where we don't see it that way, and you just need that little bit of a reminder.